Bon voyage, guys! Up and away you go! It is July 2024. The sun is rising over Glacier National Park, and you're rising over the Flathead Valley here in Kalispell, Montana, with two fly-ass hot air balloon teams. Have a great flight, everybody.
He just took off. Really funny, that airport, most airports like that have jetliner service, and Glacier Area Traffic, hot air balloon, 60 kilo Foxtrot, about 3.5 southwest of the airport.
They have a female dog. They have a female dog.
So that's that jetliner pilot. So the airport over there is really kind of interesting to watch them take off. So the bigger airports like in Arizona, they want to break ground by the 50-yard line, so if they have a problem, they can shut it down. And they're heading on out, and he's probably telling his people if they look out the window, they'll see a balloon fly by, and it makes us look like we're going 100 miles an hour. But
no fish in the water. That's a nice pool.
yeah, you get to check out real estate up here. Boss house is up here. They don't know where we're going. More importantly, I can see where we're going when it comes time to land. Come down and just get right above the treetops for a few minutes here, and then we'll climb up real high, take a look around. So this balloon can take up to 5 people, so it's kind of nice today with just the 3 of you in it. The balloon doesn't even know it's in the air with these lightweight ladies here.
God bless you.
Yeah, because sometimes, well, nowadays, sometimes like you have to ask weights, you know, because 5 people, I don't know, some, if, like we
have a couple
earlier,
big boys, and you're like, we're down to 2 today.
I used to fly in Napa, California, and the balloons took 24 people plus the pilot. And
Oh,
if they were all your
wow,
size, it was, yeah, if they were all your size, it wasn't.
It's a young one.
There's a deer. Right between the cheeks.
Yep. A couple of them went further in.
Yeah, it's funny how you start seeing more and more of them once you see one. Nature's camouflage is amazing, especially in the fall when they stand still, they blend in with everything. So you usually see one move and then...
Well, then your eyes, yeah.
Yeah, and then you're the big 24-passenger balloons in Napa, we would come down. If you ever want to go to wine country, plan your trip in the fall. Because one of the big buzzwords is they hand harvest all the grapes. And we would drop down so low, they'd lob us up clusters of grapes. I'm not sure if they're on to us or at us, but we would get grapes every time.
Oh, that's cool.
So now if you get ready, you'll get a good reflection shot. Look straight down the way. And there we are. Can even wave for ourselves. That's called a balloon selfie.
They're watering the
I
water.
was going to say, he's watering the water. He's hoping it'll grow.
That's good recycling. So this is how we keep the dust from building up on the bottom of the basket. Just have to kind of go right over the treetops. Now typically I'd let people pick leaves, but those leaves are real sappy. You get a handful of like glue after a while.
Well, then you
That's
stick and you hold.
nasty. Yeah.
Hello. Oh, a couple families of duckies. No one's golfing.
Starting runway 276.
And Glacier Area Traffic balloon, 62 kilo Foxtrots down Felly Low to the southwest. Glacier Traffic. So ballooning is man's first form of flight. Everybody credits the Wright brothers, but it was 2 other young brothers almost 100 years earlier And their names were the Montgolfier brothers. And their parents owned a paper bag company. They built paper bags for a living. And part of the boys' daily chores was to burn the old paper bags that didn't come out just right. So they started goofing around as young boys would do. They'd hold the bags over the fire, let them collect the smoke, and rise off into the sky. A little more to that story Devin will tell you when we're done. We traditionally wrap up with a champagne ceremony, but here in Montana they have crazy strict liquor laws. So there was a balloonist up here before us, and he got a $3,000 fine for serving alcohol without liquor license. So we substitute sparkling cider. So. Ease our way up and start climbing up high and take a look around from real high up here in a minute. So we have two different modes to the burner. This one goes through the coils, so the coils work like a turbocharger for propane, because propane expands as it gets hot. So that's the real powerful one, and then this one bypasses the coils.
Throwing the liquid up there.
What's that?
Throwing the liquid up.
Yep, throws liquid up, and it's a little less efficient flame, but it's a little quieter on the ground, so when we're drifting over people's houses, we don't want to wake them up this early in the morning. So the view gets better and better that way is the Flathead Lake down there, which is bigger than Lake Tahoe. It's the largest fresh body of water west of the Mississippi. 49ers for a while. He throws.
I want my ears. I feel good.
And he has a 4th of July party that is so extravagant that last year his entertainment for his friends was Faith Hill and Tim McGraw. So I don't know what kind of check you got to cut to get them to come to your barbecue.
Yeah, I'll be his friend.
Yeah, and then most of the locals know the different altitudes and directions. And it's warmer up here. Most people are worried, are we going to be cold? And it's actually cold air is heavy, so we're a few degrees cooler right down by the ground. Once we get up here, all the cold air coming out of the mountains pushes the hot air up, so we get this temperature inversion. So it's probably 10 degrees warmer up here than where we were down below. And we're at a mile above the ground in a wicker laundry basket. Oh, okay.
We're pushing off of gate 2 and we plan to take off runway to Glacier Track.
Racing track back. That's that country kid life, you know. It's like, we'll build our own racetrack. We saw it on ESPN. It looked pretty cool, you know. So now we're coming down the speed of a parachute, one of those old Army round parachutes. So if you ever wondered what it's like to jump, you have to lean out over the edge, pretend you're looking between your legs. The only thing you can hear is your own breath, your own heartbeat, and this little voice going, damn, there's a lot of trees down there. But if we don't like what we're about to land on with the balloon, we go back up. We call that reshuffling the deck. So occasionally I give it a little bit of heat, just like tapping the brakes coming down. I don't want it to stop just yet, but I don't want it to take a real long time to recover. So learning to fly a balloon, it's the easiest aircraft to learn to fly. You can get your license in as little as 10 hours. I know that sounds sketchy and scary, but it's kind of like learning to ride a bicycle. I can explain balance to you, and the first couple days you're wobbly, like, how's everybody making this look so easy? And then all of a sudden, you get it in your gut. You can feel if you're going up or down or not, and what it's doing, how long the heat takes to change your path. And then it's kind of like getting a driver's license. You have to pass a written test. You have to, and then you go out and get your practical experience, and then you have to take an examiner for a check ride. And if you don't scare him too bad, he gives you a license. So very much like getting your driver's license. Now we're in that layer going down this way. We're going to drop down and try and work our way towards the middle of the valley. I always say drop down. We descend it down real gradually. You wouldn't even know. And if there's another balloon, people go, look at that guy going up. It's like, no, we're going down. And I want to see where we're going to go. So it's kind of like golfers with a putt. They're down looking at the lay of the ground. You're looking at which way the wind's going. And now you can see we kind of turned our way back towards town a little bit. So we don't want to land in a crop field, and canola is the worst crop to land in because it's sticky. So we don't want to land in a canola field. And we're going to work our way down towards town where we have tons of landing options. We're just using the wind to kind of see where we go. Way down this way, and like I said, eventually we should have a little bit more left. And then we start shopping for a landing spot. We'll talk about our landing before we get there. We always talk about it several times. When you come in the land, the balloon doesn't have any wheels. So you're going to just bend your knees, brace yourself against the side, and the balloon will touch down. It'll stop all of a sudden. It'll pick up, be ready for the second or third little touchdown. And the main thing I need you to do is stay in the balloon until I ask you to climb out. A lot of people should get a little turn out of that valley to the left here. We'll see if it works. It's each day is different, especially when it's a warm day like today. It's going to be 95, which is really rare for up here.
Hopefully over the power.
Oh yeah.
No, we're going under.
No,
this is
so
the limbo.
the most dangerous thing to a balloon is power lines. But like I said, whatever happens to you happens to me, and I'm a coward. The nice thing about power lines, they stand completely still. They don't move. So my daughter, when I was teaching her to fly and drive, it was way more sketchy teaching her to drive because other cars, like, does she see that guy? Is he going to try and pull out? Or, you know, with the power lines, they don't move. They stand still, so that's kind of nice.
They say the same thing about trees when you're snowmobiling, but you know what? I had lots of trees jump out in front of me.
Just going to work our way down the valley here. Morning!
You have to use traffic signs?
No.
No?
Nah, the
We don't
traffic doesn't obey to us.
You're not going to use the roundabout?
No.
Bill waving at us.
We have a lot of people chase us down with their kids in the car. And the evening flights, we put all the kids to work helping us pack up. There's no child labor laws in Montana, so we can get away with that. And the general ballpark area that way.
I can't go with their little kids if we're just too far away.
We know that.
Okay, normal size.
What's that?
I can't go if they're like.
Touches down, drags, and it'll tip over on its side. So we'd arrange it so the guys are on the bottom and the girls are on the top. And then those really big 24-passenger balloons, you really wanted to make sure you had the right husband on top of the right wife, or things really got ugly fast. Eventually comes in and picks a big open spot and lands, and his crew jump out and they put a big white X on the ground. And all the other pilots have a sandbag with a tail on it, and you have to try and mimic his flight path and get as close to the center of the X as first, second, third, and so forth. And then the bigger events like Albuquerque, they'll put car keys on a flagpole. And if you can take off however far they say the minimum distance is and come in and take the keys, you win a brand new Ford pickup usually, or, you know, yeah. So it's, that's kind of fun.
Kind of like the merry-go-round, got to grab the ring at the end of the
Oh
horse
yeah,
here.
yeah. And like I said, so you're coming in, and if there's like a target at the parking lot where the girls are, man, you're trying to spit over the side, and little foam bubbles are coming out because your mouth's all dry, your heart's pounding. So it really can be, you know, an adrenaline-filled flight.
Well, here you guys come in for a landing.